Hi everyone, welcome back to another live stream. Sorry for the delay, had some technical difficulties. If you're new here, hi, my name is Gwen, and I've been doing several different live stream series on this channel. This one is a full stack application that you can find on my GitHub linked below. So my GitHub is actually Gwen F, but I made what is it called? Oh, an organization for this app because there's going to be a few different apps in this series. So I called the organization Reasonable Productivity, and then you can find this Django app in Web Backend. So I'm going to continue working on the Django REST API today with working on users. And so I did add a basic schema of what I want the users to look like, or the user data to look like. And then I don't know if I'll get to user profile now, but basically the user would be for auth, and then the user profile would be for any extra information that I want to store about the user that isn't directly related to authentication. So yeah, let's get started. So I have so I'm in the directory for that app right here, and let me just get inside my virtual environment for Python. So source, it's in the venv directory, and then bin, and then activate. Okay, so now I'm in my virtual environment that you can see over here, and here's my code. I'm going to swap these around. All right, because I like having my browser in the middle. Okay, so now I can run my app. So let me do python manage.py, and then I'll do run server. And that should run it on, port 8000. But this is a REST API, so there's not going to be a view or anything at port 8000. But I can do / tasks, which is the API that I set up last time, and you can see any tasks that I've added, and I can also log into the admin interface. Okay, so for users, so I have this task one. Now for users, it's a little bit different because I have to set up something called a user manager. So let's get started creating a user app first. So let me see if and I actually think I'm supposed to do plural. I feel like I get hung up on this every time, but I can always change it later. So I'm gonna do manage.py, Python first. Python manage.py, and then 1 second, sorry. Okay, sorry, I have allergies right now. Okay, so Python manage.py, and then I need to start app. So we'll go start app, right? Yeah. And this one I'll call user. Actually, I think I'm supposed to do plural, so I'm going to start doing app names as plural. So start app users. Okay, so now I should see, I see this new users app that Django created with all the files. And so I can get started with, well, first I need, I'll just go ahead and create a URLs file because I'll inevitably need that. And first let me do the models here. So I have to do a couple things. So first I have to create, this is Python. Create the user manager, which, so the way Django works is by default its user and auth system uses username to log in, but I want to log in with email. So I have to update what's called the user manager, which manages all the auth stuff. And then I have to create a user model for that new user. Okay. And because that's a lot to remember, so where is it? Oh, it's right here. So basically, this is in the Django 3.0 docs, and I can post this in the chat. Yeah, there it is. And so Django has this, so on an API, there's Django.db, Django. All these other things, but Django.contrib is all these extra packages that you might need for your application and are there if you need to use them. And that's why it's like a battery included framework, because it has all these extra things on Django.contrib. So the one we're using for users is Django.contrib.auth. And so I'm gonna probably copy a lot of this full example here and change it how I want it, because I don't want some of these fields. Okay. Oh, and on this my user manager, so this manages how users are created and stuff in Django. So I'm just going to do create user. There's also create super user, which I'll update in the future, but for right now I'm just going to do create user. And so let me copy this. Wait, let me copy this too. Okay, so I'm already importing models, so let me get rid of this. Okay. Why is it? Oh, imported but unused. Okay. Flake 8 is complaining at me. Alright, and why is this? Oh, I need to set up default spacing in this repo as 4, since it's Python. Okay, so Django.contrib.auth.models. I'm importing this base user manager, which I'm extending this user manager here. I don't like calling it I'll call it custom user manager. Okay. And so so in the schema, I just have username, email, password. Now, I could just do email password because the email's the only one I want for login. I don't want them to be able to use their username. But I'm going to use the username for other things in the application, I think. So I might as well just go ahead. No, actually, because I don't think there will be a public profile. I think I was getting confused with doing the other app. So maybe for right now, I'll just do email password. Sorry. So just email password is fine for the user. I can always change it later. So get rid of the doc string. So if not, email raise an error. I don't need date of birth here. Let me get rid of that. Date of birth. And then, so basically, I'm going to set up the model here, but the password needs special considerations since it's hashed and stuff, so it's not stored as plain text in the database. So they have this method called set password. So, and then I'll pass the password in to set password. User.save, and then return the user. Hi Vincent, how are you? So I think here, I think that, let's see, this email, okay, never mind. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so now I have this custom user manager that's resetting Django's internal user auth system to use email. To set up the user with email. So that should work. And let me see. To give an email, and now I'm gonna create this user class, and email will be models dot. Okay, so I'll set up the user class with just, oh, here it is, yeah. So username field, because username is the default login field for Django, but I want to tell it to use email instead, so I'll use username field equals email instead of username. Okay, so I have a class here. Now this class will extend one of Django's built-in classes, abstract base user, and then I'll basically add my fields on here. So I have email, which is an email field, and then I'll set, I don't have date of birth or anything, so I will have, actually I will have is active and is admin, so I'll go ahead and add those. So is admin, I'm not sure about is active, but is admin is built into Django. I'm doing well, how are you? Let's see, username field, so let me get this. Aside for having some allergies. Okay. Okay, and actually, so I'll put a space in between there. Okay, and then I have to set up the custom manager, the custom user manager that I just made. So I'll have to do this, which is custom user manager. And this I'm just going to call user. I'm not going to call my user. Okay, so I think that's good. Is staff. Oh, this is interesting. So Django uses two different booleans, is staff and is admin. I think is admin has all privileges. Hi, how are you? So is admin has all privileges, and then is staff just denotes whether or not you are allowed to log into the admin interface. But here they're setting them to the same because they're defining the is staff property as basically looks like equal to admin. So if you're staff, you're admin. So I think this is written backwards, maybe all staff are admin here. The Vue app label has permissions. Okay, so I think the permissions and that kind of stuff I can add later. Let's see. 1 second. Hello? Okay, I'm back. I need to make an intermission screen or something for here. That's the next thing I'll set up. All right. Yeah, what can go wrong? Hi, Syed, how are you? Let's see. Okay. And then it goes on in the Django docs. Then to register this custom user model with Django's admin, the following code would be required in the app's admin.py file. User admin. Okay, so this is controlling what's in the admin interface, being registered with the admin, and form for updating users. Okay. So this is a form for just the admin interface, I think. Okay, so there's a creation form and an update form. Okay, so it's basically setting up the exact forms that you're going to use in the admin interface. But I don't think I need all that. So let me just see. Let's see. Yeah, let me set up the admin interface so I can test out adding users here. So let me go in here, and I'm not going to use all the extra forms here. And I don't think I need groups because I'm not going to do that level of permission right now. User admin, let's see. So here, class user admin. I'm going to copy this user admin class and this register. Okay. I need to get this. So Django has something built in called user admin, but we're aliasing it because we're also calling this user admin. Because it's kind of, I guess it's a pattern used that you use the model name plus the word admin on whatever your admin config is. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of this, get rid of all this. Okay, so on the display table, so I don't have date of birth. That's fine. Filter by is admin, that's fine. Field sets, personal info. Okay, this is a lot more than I need. Oops. All right. Permissions, that's fine. Fields, email, password. Okay, and you're going to see what all this stuff is when I get into the admin. Add fields. Oh, this would connect to the form, but I'm not using that form, so okay. Search, ordering, filter. I don't know what filter horizontal is. But that's okay. So now I need to import the user model. So let me import the user model here. So from .models, because it's in the same directory, I'm going to import user. All right. So now I have this. This should be set up in the admin interface if I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, I'm not running the app. So let me run the app. Okay, so now the app's running. My API is working. Let me look in the admin interface. /admin. Okay, there we go. And what was the user I created? I can't remember actually. So let's see. Let me create a user, because to create a user to log into the admin interface, I need, well, I have a super user I created. I wonder if I can now get that now that I have the users, or I guess I don't have a user's endpoint set up yet. So let me do, let's see, Python manage.py create super user, and then username. Oh, I don't have super user set up, so that's fine. So I didn't change username there. So that's still the default field for super users. So let me say user name is just Gwen. Oops. No, it's already taken. Okay. So I think then I can just log in here. Nope, oh yeah. Man, too many things. Okay. So let me run the app again. Okay, app is running. Now I'm going to do this. Okay, and now I'm going to do Gwen, and okay, there, because from local testing, so personal info, permissions, user, actually it's still asking me for my username and not my email address there, and I need the email address to be default. So let's see, list display email is admin. Admin.site.register. So this should be registering. Oh, you know what I did? So this was really dumb. I have to come into my settings here and add and set up the users here in settings. Point to my user model basically. So let me see if it has the code for that here. Let's see. Yeah, in my settings.py, I have to do this auth user model is yeah, wherever my user model is located. Okay, so let me search and see if it has auth.user. So auth user model in your settings.py. So I think in Django's admin. Well, because this is module, so I think I'll have to do so users dot models dot user, unless this is set up differently to look for something else. But I mean, this is how I would access that user model otherwise. So let me see if that works actually. String model reference must be of the form of app label model name. Okay, so I don't have to put models in the middle then. Let's see if that works. Auth user model refers to users.user that has not been installed. So I guess I do have to install, yeah, I need to install the users app. So let me do this. So users, and then, oh yeah, dot apps, and then dot, what would it be? User config? Let me look in this apps file. Yeah, users config. Okay. So users config. All right. Is it running? No module name tasks. Oh, I accidentally must have typed something in. Oh, I forgot to put, man, okay. Forgot to put the comma. Dependency with no migrations. Dependency on app with no migrations. So let me set up migrations for the app. Clear that. So Python manage.py, and let me make migrations. Okay, so it created this user model, and now Python manage .py and migrate. Okay, so migration admin. So it's basically what it's saying is the inconsistent migration history. This initial migration is applied before its dependency, which is users initial. Okay, so admin initial is being applied before users initial. Now, I wonder, let's see. Let me go to migrations in users. And so there are no dependency migrations here. This is just setting up my user model, and there's no other dependencies. So I wonder why it's saying that it's applied before its dependency. Oh, it's saying that admin is applied before its dependency. So I wonder if I can do Python manage.py, manage.py, and just call that one migration. So I can say migrate, or I'll call users and see. Oh no, because it's still calling admin. Oh, right. Yeah. Because I'm supposed to do the users first. Hi everyone. That makes sense. Let me... Oh, it's nice that I can just drop it from here. Okay, so I dropped my database. So I'm going to have to redo anything I put in there. All right, and now let me try Python manage.py and first make migrations. Okay, oh yeah, because the migrations are already made. So this will only affect migrate. So manage.py migrate. Cool, so it applied all the migrations. Thanks. Awesome. Okay, so now the database is there again, SQLite. And let's see. Okay, now that that's all done, let me try to Python manage.py run server. And okay, I don't have the URL set up, but let me try in the admin interface again. And I think now I'll have to create a new super user because I just dropped the database. So let me do that again, manage.py and create super user. Sweet. So now it's asking me for my email address right away. So I'll do, what should I do? Gwen@example.com. Oops. And then password. Password again. Oh, right. So I do have to add that create super user to the custom manager. I thought I could get away with not doing that right now, but let me add that function because I'm not telling it how to handle super users. So let me go into models in my users model. So here I have create regular user, and then let me put the create super user and get rid of date of birth. Okay, so create self.create user. Okay, get rid of date of birth here too. And then I think for create super user, I'm pretty sure the password can't be none for super user. So I guess they're just giving it a default, but I don't think you can do that. But anyway, I'll just leave it there for now because it is in the official docs. Okay, so now create user. User as admin is true, and then I save it and return the user. Okay, so let's see if now create super user works. So Python manage.py, create super user, Gwen at example.com, password, super user created, sweet. And now let me log in here. So I'll do, cool, now it's asking for my email to log in. So Gwen at example.com, and then my password. And it's, something's wrong here. Oh, forgot to run my server. Okay. There we go. All right, let's try that one more time. And now, example.com. Okay, so attribute error. User object has no attribute is staff. Okay, so I do need to manually add that. So I thought because it was, maybe because it was extending from abstract base user, it might have that. But let me add is staff. So let me add that after is admin in my user model. So I have is admin. Now let me do is staff and default false. Okay. And then here also I want to do is staff is true for super users. So is staff, because I'm not pointing them to each other here, because I might have staff that aren't admin who can log into the admin interface. Okay, so now I have is staff. Is there anything else I'm missing? Do I have to define has permissions and module permissions? Just always set to true. I feel like I haven't had to do that before. But again, this is the first time I'm building with Django version 3, so maybe some things had changed, or maybe I just don't remember. Okay. Hello. Oh, wait. Let me do Gwen at example.com. Oh, right. I need to change my, I wonder if I'm going to have to drop the whole table again from adding that. But I don't think so. I should be able to update the user model, right? So let me try Python manage.py and make migrations. Okay, so I added field is staff to user. Python manage.py, and then let me migrate. Okay, so I applied that new field to the database, and now I'll try running it again. Okay. All right. Okay, now it's saying that it's not correct. So please enter the correct for a staff account. Oh, because this old one that I created isn't staff because I just added that field. So the default is false, so I think it populates that now as false. So I will have to create another super user. Let's call this Gwen2 at example.com. Oops.
I think because I just have this habit of hitting tab, so I hit tab there. Okay, and now it's asking for the password. And okay, so now that user's created. Now let me remember to run the app. Okay. And now all I have to do is Gwen 2. Okay, so I do need all these module permissions. Alright, I should have just added them from the beginning then. And anyways, I should have this string returned too, so might as well just have them all. Alright, so self.email, that's good. Has permission true, has mod. Yeah, I guess so. I guess everything's just permissible. Okay. Now let's see. I think I'll have to do manage.py, make migrations again. Oh, no changes detected. Okay, good. Oh, because these are just methods, not properties. So methods shouldn't actually change this, how this is in the database. So I shouldn't have to migrate at all. So let me do run server then. Again. Okay, so the app's running. Sweet. Awesome. Not doing anything with groups yet, but I do have this users now. And username or email address and is admin. That's good. All right. So permissions is admin. So I think because now I have is staff as separate. So let me go into my admin interface and add that field. So let me add is staff. And I'm going to actually put this. So this is on my list display. So that's just the table here. So I'll have an is staff column. And okay. And then copy this. And now in my field set, so this is the form when I'm creating a user. What fields are there? So here I'm going to add is staff as well. So I'll have email, password, and then is staff. Okay. So that should be good. Yeah, so here's is staff. Now if I come in here, I can add the is staff permission, save it. Now that person's staff, now I can add a new user. Oh, no I can't. Unknown fields username specified for user. User admin. Okay. I don't think I'm specifying username anywhere. That's strange. Username field is email. So I wonder why it's saying that. Unknown fields username. Check fields, field sets, exclude attribute of user admin. I'm not excluding fields though. Unknown fields. Yeah, I just have email. I just have email, password, and then is admin and is staff, and that's it. So I wonder what it's referring to as unknown fields. Is it this one? I mean, that's the only one I've added. Let me see. Field set field. Oh, right. So this has to be a tuple. So I have to add a comma there. Okay. So Yeah, so it wasn't that. Let me just add back is staff. So yeah, I'm gonna have to search for the answer here, unless someone in the chat knows. Unknown fields username specified for a user. Let's see. Why would it be, yeah, let me just click on one of these and see. Unknown fields. When you run migrate, Django will migrate the inbuilt models present in the following apps. Okay. So I wonder, so, So let me go back here and actually search this on Google, see if I have a more relevant answer. So I think that had to do with user profiles. Okay. I got this error because I created a custom user model. All right. The parent class user admin has an add field sets attributes that includes the username field, an attribute to your my user admin class. Okay, so then what happened here, must be this user admin that I'm pulling in has a field called username on it. And so I have to somehow, I guess, tell it to not include that field. Then add email to add field sets. So let me see. In the Django docs. So let me go to where it's setting up the admin interface. User creation form, user update form. Okay. And these are just extending model form. Okay, but here, let's see what I'm missing. Add field sets is not a standard model admin attribute. User admin overrides get field sets to use this attribute when creating a user. Okay, so I think I need this add field sets because I need to add email. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I deleted that, so I'll have to copy it. Yeah, because I just have field sets here. Okay, so if I just do add field sets, then I can, let me get rid of this. Classes wide. I don't know, is that width 100%? I really have to change the spaces here. Okay. So now I have add field sets. Password 1, password 2. So why is email? Okay. All right, I think this will work. This looks good. Okay, sweet. The help text still says username and password. Then you will be able to edit more user options. Okay. But I should be able to add a user now. So gwen3@example.com. All right. So save that. And now it takes me to this screen where I can do is admin is staff, and I think that's it. Save. Okay, cool. So I have this pretty much set up. What else do I want to set up for users? Let me look at my checklist. Yeah, so the user profile would be next. So now that I have users, I can add a user profile. So let's see. I'm going to have some basic profile information in their user profile. And actually, let me edit the README here because I'm not using username at all. Plus, that might be confusing. Okay, so now it's just email, password, and then the isAdmin and all that stuff that's built into Django. I didn't change any of that. And then the user profile. So let me go ahead and create the user profile model then. So I'll copy all those. And so now in my models.py, I'm going to create another one. And this one will be class user profile. Okay, and this will have to extend. This will extend just models.model because it's not from the Django auth module or anything. I'm going to fix these in a second. Okay, so I am importing models, good. And now I have models.model. And now I'm going to, make the schema for all these. So let's see. First name will be models.charField. And then okay, image will be, in Vue, not in Vue, in Django 3, I think they have an image field instead of the file field, so I can use that. I'll have to look it up. All of these will just be strings, I guess. And then the website, yeah, so all these four are URLs. All right, so I have, man, the light in this room is so bright right now, as I have a bunch of lights on. Okay, let me look up the image. And actually here, so I want to actually add, I think max length equals first name, last, I guess I could do 100 characters. That should be good. And now I'll do image equals models. Use pale night theme. Oh, you mean for my editor? So it's not so bright everywhere. I don't think I've ever tried that theme actually. Let me see. Would it be in settings? Oh, color theme. Is there a pale night? There's quiet light. There's tomorrow night blue, red, solarized dark. What about solarized dark? I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? Oh, is that a custom theme that I have to install? So let me, oh sweet, it has image field here. So image field, this should upload to a media folder, but I don't even know if I have that set up in my settings file yet. Let me see. You can install it, material pale night. All right, I'll do that later. Let me see. So now I completely got sidetracked. Oh yeah, image field. That's what I want to know. Okay. So I think I'm done with all this stuff. The docs have gotten, or I feel like the docs have gotten quite a bit better in Django. Like they feel pretty good. In Django 2 when they updated them in Django 3. Okay, so image field. So let me look in the models API. So I wonder, wait, is this the right one? Let me look for image. Oh wait, it doesn't have image here. Maybe I need to search directly for image field. Do I need to learn JavaScript? I mean, if you want to learn Vue and React, you can't really do that without knowing JavaScript already, because you're going to be using all the JavaScript methods. But I mean, if you know Python, it's not that different. Oh, yeah, form fields. So I think maybe it is under form fields. Is it? Let me see, image. Yeah, image field. Okay. But this is in forms though. So I guess in, or let me look in models. Yeah, let me look in Django models image field. I feel like I was just in here. Let me look for image. Okay, so now I'm in the right place. For some reason I didn't get here before. Okay, using file field or image field takes a few steps. Yeah, in my settings file I need to set this media root. And then I need to define the media URL. So I think I can define a media folder, and then it's going to be, just set it as empty. Or no, it'll be created if it doesn't already exist. Let's see. So media root. Let me look in my settings file. Media, nope, it's not there already. So, okay. I think, where do I have templates? Okay, so here's a static. Let me put media here. So media root and media URL. Okay. So I need, what do I need? Upload to, add the file field or image file to your model. Oh yeah, I need the upload to. Specify subdirectory of media root. So I think media root will just be media. That will be the folder name. And then this will be the URL. And this should work. We'll see. So this will be in my root directory. So I think it's going to create a media folder somewhere here when I upload my first image. So in models then, so I have models.image field, and then I'll need to do this upload to. So let me do upload to. Oh yeah, and that would be, so inside of the media folder, I want to upload it to, I guess, profile images. So there will be a profile images directory inside the media folder. Do I need any other options there? I'll use this convenience URL. Okay, so it's just showing me how I can use it in templates, but I'm not using templates, so that's fine. Yeah, I wonder how media is going to work now that I'm using it as an API. That'll be interesting. I guess I can use the URL the same way, though, and return the URL and just access the media there. All right, so now let me run this. Manage.py. Wait, so let me double check real quick. So I have all of these. Let me just register. Actually, first let me register the user profile in my admin area. So let me create a class, user profile admin, and here I need to extend, what do I extend here? I would extend, I don't know, admin dot something. I can't remember, so I'll look it up in a second. Let me do user profile and then user profile admin. Okay, and let me see what I'm supposed to extend to for this. So let me go into admin here. Oh, okay, I'm zoomed in so much I can't see the results down here. So contrib package admin. Django's admin. Oh, Django. That's not what I want. Maybe it's in the tutorial. Let me see part 2. Do I set up an admin area here? Okay, that's in models. Let me search for admin. Oh, that's just showing the installed apps. Let me go back. So maybe in part 7. Let me go to admin. Admin, model admin. Okay. So I extend the model admin class. I'm just going to pass for now. And I think that'll give me my default fields because I'm not overwriting anything for the user profile admin. Okay, so let me run this again. So let me do run server. And okay, so there's an issue. Users.user profile image cannot use image field because, oh, pillow, that's right. So let me install pillow. And I'm in my virtual environment, so I'm going to do pip freeze, pip freeze requirements.txt. Okay, so now I have that installed. I'm going to run the server again. Sweet, so now it's running. We refresh. Now I have user profiles here. Okay, no such table. Users, oh right, because I haven't done migrations yet, so I think so. Let's do python manage.py and make migrations. So now I created user profile and migrate. I applied it, and now I can do run the server. Okay, and now let me see what I'm doing. So, okay, now I have user profiles here. Okay, it's working. Let me add a user profile. Oh, the only thing is here, so I'm not going to add any data yet because here I forgot to relate it to the user. So I need a relationship to, in this model, it's not related to any user, so it's just these random floating profiles. So let me create another field, and here I'm going to call this I guess user. And here it's going to use this user model, so it'll be user dot, and I think I should do one, what is it, 1-to-1? I think I'm supposed to use that instead of foreign key here. Let me see. Let's see. 1-to-1. 1-to-1 relationships. Oh, it's called 1-to-1 field. Okay. Yeah, and all of this is true, so let me copy that. All right, and then it's going to extend the user there. Yeah. On delete models.cascade. So that means if I delete the user, it'll delete the user profile too. Primary key is true. Yeah, I'll use this as the primary key for this. So now it should be easy because I haven't added any data. So now I'll need to type object type user has no attribute 1-to-1 field. Oh, this has to be models. There. Okay. And now I'll have to Python manage.py. Let me see here actually. So I have this user profile migration this generated when I did make migrations last time. But I think I'm just going to delete it because it wasn't complete and it's using this ID. So instead of having more migrations than I need, I'm just going to make a new migration. Okay, so it made a new one with me. And this time the primary key is this 1-to-1 relationship with the user field. Okay. All right, so now I can do Python manage.py migrate. It says, oh, did I already migrate then? I guess I did. Let me see. Let me try running the server. Okay, so I'm running the server, and now I can see in user profiles. All right, let me see. No such column as users underscore user profile dot user ID. So I wonder, did I spell something wrong? No? Okay. So why is it saying no such column as user profile? I do need to, so before next stream, I'm going to set up my dbeaver so I can just look at the database on there. But I don't want to show it now because I have some other stuff in there. But that way I can just easily look. So no such column, users underscore user profile, user ID. Let's see. So I did. So I feel like I didn't migrate, even though it's telling me there's no migrations. Oh, when I need to redo the make migrations command. Okay. So this depends on, that's weird because I just ran it and I don't feel like I needed to change anything. Let me try. No changes detected. Yeah. Okay. So, operational error. No such columns. Let me see here. So I do have, yeah, the ID field is the primary key because I didn't reset that on user. And then I added these fields. And then here, I don't know because there's no migrations to do. Let me look this up and see. Let me do Python, run the server again. Run server. All right. So, oh yeah. So let me try to get into here. All right. Django DB utils. Operational error, no such column. Let's see. Okay, so I think this is the same issue kind of. No, maybe not. So no such column after adding a field to the model. First, I removed the fields, comment that out. And now I'll run Python manage.py and make migrations. And now I'll migrate. It says no migrations to apply. So I think I screwed something up by deleting those now for some reason. Because now it's saying that there's no migrations to apply here. So it thinks, that's the thing. So I think Django thinks I've already applied this migration. So now what I need to do, oh right, because I didn't roll back the migration. Let me try rolling it back. So Python manage.py migrate, and then what is the app? So it's users, and then let me go back to 0002. So I'm gonna go back to the previous migration. Let me do 0002. Is it 3 zeros? Yeah, 3 zeros and then 2. Okay, so now it's gone back. So it made the new migration, and now if I do migrate, sweet, it applied the new migration. Yeah, so Python just thought that I had already done that migration. Cool. Awesome, thanks. So now I rolled back. Okay, now it's applied correctly. So now let me do the run server. Sweet. And now if I add profile, awesome. So I get to choose the user. Let me just make sure this adds correctly. So I can choose any user. Gwen Faraday. Not going to browse images. I don't think I required these fields anyway, so let me just save this. Oh, it is required. All right. All right, so let me do... Awesome, and thanks for your help too. http example.com. All right. Okay, I'm going to get a kitten picture. So save it. All right, cool. Oh, I do need to fix the admin area for profile so that it doesn't just show this user profile object. And actually for this, I need to return a string, so I can just do this really quickly. So let me do return self dot, not email, but what should I do? I guess first name plus self dot last name. Oh wait, so self dot okay, cool. Oh wait. There's no space in between. Let me put a space here. So I think if I do an F string, I can just wrap these like that. And then, okay. So let's see. Cool, and now I have a space there. Sweet. So what I'm gonna do is, by the way, thanks for joining me, everyone, and for all your help. So what I'm gonna do before next time is update this README to add some more stuff and some more schemas and things that I'm gonna try out next time. I think that I'll probably be doing 2 more live streams in Django, and then I'm gonna start the front end to update with it. So Friday, I'm planning on spending about an hour and a half on it, or 2 hours. It's going to be in the evening on Eastern Daylight Time, and I'll post that later today. Yeah, so feel free to check out the repo, raise any issues, make any comments you want, comment below, let me know what you thought about this. And if you want to continue the chat after the stream, then I am on Discord, usually active every day, so you can chat with me there. Yeah, so thanks so much for coming to the stream, for helping out, and I'll see you on Friday.